Floofy and Leo were both players in the last Biweekly as well. Both in the amateur bracket, I believe, where they finished. Probably around the same placing in the bracket, I want to say. So these two might be on a pretty similar skill level. I don't think they had the chance of playing each other during groups or bracket, so we'll see how they are. Both playing on level 6, so. And both, it's looking like it's gonna be a little bit to find the pressure. Sometimes if you don't quite have the speed to do some skill chains on the fly, you gotta really like buckle down and plan out your chain beforehand, because it's just pretty hard to drag the blocks across the screen when it's in the most inconvenient place. Alright, we got Floofy looking like gonna be the first aggressor, and Leo raised the stack all the way to the top, so Floofy going to take that first round there. Alright. Leo, it looks like he's probably going to want to play safe right now. He did raise his stack quite a lot last time, and maybe it was a little bit uncharacteristic, but now you can see him kind of taking caution, getting those guaranteed smaller chains with some pretty good combos in between. So Floofy's going to be a little bit pressured right now, but not yet topped off. Floofy definitely has the block set up to lower the stack and make this clear afterward. But yeah, Leo playing a lot better so far this game. He might want to raise a stack a little bit now, though. Sometimes when you make a mistake that ends up killing you at the end, you can be hesitant to like try not to repeat what you did before, even though raising the stack is definitely something that you should do quite frequently if you have the time to do it, so you can abuse sending more and more pressure without wasting a lot of time clearing like a big garbage block. But it can get into your head. You don't want to repeat the same mistake, because sometimes if you end up going with that same strategy, you can get into a very unlucky pattern and just keep repeating it over and over again. But here goes Leo. He has a really nice setup. He had that 6 combo fall, which was going to cut off his chain, but another clear popped up at the top to continue it. Leo's got to be careful, though, with the separated stacks right now, and Floofy's going to find the clear to buy some time here, but unfortunately doesn't get the chain immediately. He's got to find those greens. We're about 2 minutes into this game right now, so the speed's gonna start picking up here. And as you can see, the introduction of the shock blocks there too to mix up the garbage. But we got to see that just for a second before Floofy ended up taking that again with Leo with a little bit of the tall stacks there. But he definitely was playing a lot better this game, and you can probably expect to see a different result unless Floofy keeps up the consistency. It looks like Leo is definitely more comfortable in finding actual chains to send the pressure. As I say that, though, Floofy had a really good start at the beginning here. And Floofy's just good at stack management. That's what it seemed like in the story of this matchup right now. Both playing pretty safe right now, though. As you can see, they're keeping their stacks pretty low, so that way they don't get caught off guard by tiny garbage blocks that give them very little time to react. Because even on level 6, 40 health, if I'm correct, because I could be wrong in saying this in the first place, I think each health value is a frame, so 40 health is still less than a second to react. But Leo's going to be on the board after getting some good pressure that time. And yeah, it's now 2-1. I've never been too hands-on in like dissecting a lot of the games, even though I guess that's what the panel attack project is, to try to get like exact values from Tetris attack. So I just like assume things most of the time, and I'm pretty sure like probably 50% of the time I'm wrong. I do with that with like frame perfect tricks as well. When something could be 2 or 3 frames, might call it frame perfect, or the exact opposite. Call something 2 or 3 frames and it happens to be frame perfect. But anyways, back to this match here. Floofy had a very nice slide there to get that 5 chain. Looking for the 6, just a little bit short there. But that's good for Floofy. Gonna apply the pressure. Leo's got to try to find these clears last second. He's down stacking. He drops it. Finds the clears just in time. Alright, now Floofy's in trouble. All just hesitated there for a second, trying to decide to go for a clear or down stack, and that's gonna allow Leo to tie up the match right now. That can always be the killer, the hesitation. You just gotta make up your mind sometimes, but it's easy to get flustered with a lot of garbage getting sent to you. Both of them started off with a 4 combo, I believe. Oh no, Floofy had a 5 instead. So, barely outdoing it, but a pretty good follow-up there, too. Gonna give Leo the opportunity to try to set something up. But yeah, both of them with low stacks once again, so it's gonna be kind of hard to find some chains. Leo actually has a pretty solid cursor speed for, like, his skill level. I think he kind of rushes clears. That's what I've been seeing for the most part. If he took a little bit more time to set things up, I think he could get some bigger chains. Because he's definitely been able to navigate the board a lot and bail himself out of some situations. And that's one of the main parts you want to focus on when improving at this game. Cursor speed is pretty big, especially on later levels of panel attack, because this game's pretty ruthless. But just knowing knowledge of the board and being able to analyze it all throughout too is really big. Floofy in trouble, needs to get those yellows, unable to find it though, and Leo's going to take his 3rd straight to take his first lead of the match. Alright, Leo actually raising his stack quite a bit this time. He's going to look for a big starter here. He did get a 4 chain with some combos mixed in there, so really good startup from him. Floofy with a decent response, and Leo's got to be careful with that tall left stack. But yeah, as you can see, he reacted quite nicely for it, because there was good amount of pressure sent for how high his stack was. And he was just able to find his clears and down stack properly. And now he could be in a good position if he finds some chain follow-ups on this garbage here. Because Floofy has some separated blocks right now. Both of them still pretty even. Leo's finding the combos right now, though, and they're going to stack pretty nicely with the 4 and the 5. Yeah, I like what I see from Leo's side, though. Oh, as I say that, though, Floofy getting that 5 chain. It's going to almost top off Leo there. I think, yeah, his sight's just a little bit off right now, because I think he sees what he wants to do, and maybe it's, like, just on the wrong row or something. But just knowing what to do in certain situations and making clears. Floofy hitting that slide to keep himself alive there. If he didn't hit it, that probably could have been the end. And manages to get that 3 in a row clear with just 2 rows left. This is going to be a scary situation, though. This garbage isn't going to drop any. Floofy makes the immediate clear. He's got to look for something else, but does not find it. So Leo taking another game is now on match point. Got the good old Bowser music. It might as well. It's a fitting mood for Floofy right now. Can't afford to screw up here. Leo now with the slide. Gets a couple 2 chains, ends that with a 3. Almost got to the 4 there. Yeah. Sends a pretty good amount to Floofy. And he's going to continue. He's getting these 2 chains, but he's mixing in some combos. And that's just what's ultimately sending more pressure to Floofy. Yeah, I think... Oh, wow. Nice 9 combo there. Really good drop, and that's going to stack pretty well for Leo, but Floofy is still pretty far behind. I think on Floofy's side, it's just a little bit more practice as well, trying to, like, open up your vision to things. And maybe a little bit more combos, because just doing a lot of those 3 clears are wasting a lot of your resources. And if you connected just, you know, 1 more block on there, it turns into a 4 combo, and it at least can stall out your opponent just a little bit longer. Because most of the time, the big pressure that's been sent by Floofy has been the 4 or 5 chains that I've seen sent. But neither one definitely not out of it yet. Leo's been very cautious with his stack right now. He's left himself just enough room to tack on that sprinkling pressure to Floofy. And he's going to get a 4, almost a 5 there. Decides to connect the reds vertically. He maybe was trying to do something else, but I don't know. It's going to top off Floofy, and Floofy's in a really bad spot right now. The health's slowly ticking down. Floofy's going to drop down, have enough space, and find the purples, though. But yeah, still with a very high stack, this is going to be dangerous and becoming a little bit of a tower situation. But Floofy making the clears, it's going to be once again safe for the time being. But yeah, now we are almost, I think, 3 minutes in, so speed slowly but surely increasing here. Addition of the shock blocks with the gray blocks in the middle there. But yeah, I think they both realize that with the speed increasing, they don't want to play any too cautious, so it might just be the person who's caught with no immediate clears there and the stack catches them off guard. Floofy once again in danger. That clear's just going to get rid of some of the garbage, but he's got to be careful now. Drop that left tower and then hopefully find a clear. Nothing's going to be immediately touching though. Those purples. That's if Floofy sees it, but that next purple's going to drop down, so. But just like that, that one clear is going to cancel out all the separated garbage there. Floofy with a lot of blocks to work on gets the slide. It's funny how consistently both these... another slide there. Speaking of that, how consistent both these players have been with the slide trick. That is a relatively hard one to get, but then again, in most of the tutorials in the main games, it is like one of the ones that they like to showcase. So just with enough practice, it can carry over to just about any game. You just got to get used to the level that you're playing on for the time being. Alright, Floofy in trouble once again. This garbage is going to be separated, and it's going to be hard to try to find immediate clears. It's got the first 2 layers down though. Just has got to find these greens or purples to take out the next clear. Alright. Floofy once again, like towards the beginning of the match, topped off right here. Leo doing really nice sending the shock blocks. Floofy's got to react quickly. This could be over right now. Still has a little bit of room to work with. And a lot of shock blocks on his screen as well. Yeah, the stack is raising a lot faster than what it did at the beginning. Floofy doesn't have an immediate clear on first or second tier. This could be it. Drops the blocks just in time. But Leo's still been consistently pressuring, and that's going to do it right there. Just the speed was a little bit too much in the end, and Leo is going to take that set 5-2. So, congrats to Leo. He definitely was playing better as the match progressed. And Floofy, I think, was just a little bit outclassed technical-wise, but you just got to practice and get better at that, and then it's easy.